Alright, what's up? Rich Van Tassel with you. Saturday, August 20th, 2016. Again, we said we'd do it in the last video. Going to talk about Dak Prescott. The Dallas Cowboys had another very good preseason game last night. I didn't watch the game. It appears he played against starters again. We saw what he did against the Los Angeles Rams. God, I still love saying the Los Angeles Rams, but there's a little side note, and I'm being serious. I'm happy that they're in Los Angeles, but moving forward to Dak Prescott. Now, has he solidified the Cowboys' backup spot? Almost certainly, just because if they were going to bring in a veteran, which I still think they should do anyway, at least have a guy in camp, a few guys in camp, let them take reps so they can know the offense. That would be the smart thing to do, but we've seen, at times the Cowboys don't seem to want to do the smart thing. But he's almost certainly, especially the way he's played, he's going to be the backup. Now, I think important, no matter who the backup quarterback is for the Cowboys, is that the Cowboys stick with their backup, and when the backup comes in, they actually, try to run the offense. You can't obviously run it to the same level that you run it with Romo when you have a backup in there, but you have to still be able to run some of the plays, some of the for lack of a better term, risky plays, I guess, and not be so conservative. Now, that's what happened last year. I mean, I never thought Brandon Weeden was some world beater, but, the guy can certainly make throws. I mean, people want to talk about his overall win-loss record. Yeah, he played for the Cleveland Browns. I mean, no one's winning there. I thought when, Weeden came in, the Cowboys simply got way too conservative with him last season, and then they lost the 3 straight games. Might have been 4, whatever it was, until they went on their bye, and then they came back with Matt Castle, who didn't know the offense. You did the 2 critical mistakes you made with a backup quarterback. Now, I realize they got desperate, and they were just trying to win a few games before Romo came back. But when you look at it, if you're not going to take chances at all and do anything with your offense and just get so strictly conservative, that defense is just not good enough. I mean, the quarterback has to make plays in the Cowboys offense. If you turn the ball over, you turn the ball over. Which is better? You may or may not turn the ball over in a game, which they were doing anyway. I mean, Castle could not keep control of the ball, or you're going to lose every single game that's not played without Tony Romo. So Dak Prescott has not turned the ball over thus far, again, in this preseason. They were talking about the 3rd preseason game coming up. I believe it was Herm Edwards saying he'd like to see him get some serious reps in that game as well, because the 3rd preseason game is always, the big one that they play for whatever a preseason game can be. So I don't know how they're going to work that. If you let him, if you send Romo out there for the first quarter, because you usually want to come out at halftime even with your starter. Let Prescott play the 3rd quarter, or play the 2nd quarter, then Romo comes out for the 3rd, does a series in the 3rd, and then you let Prescott, maybe if there's one more available, drive or series where he's going against first-team defense. I don't know how you work it. I would agree you try to get him some first-team run. I would probably do that. Just let him play the 2nd quarter, have Romo come out at halftime, and then either have Prescott or Jamil Showers finish up. We'll have to see, but again, it's the main thing for the Cowboys that's very important is whoever's going to be the backup, which it looks like it's going to be Dak Prescott, you got to stick with him, and you've got to be willing to, run your offense to some, level that is comparable to when Tony Romo was in there. Again, I'm not saying you don't put any restrictions on the offense, but you can't just completely, throw it away and go to a new offensive game plan where, it's conservative. You may not run as many plays, that you feel risky. You may, limit certain things on what you're going to do, but you don't just completely abandon the offense, which is what the Cowboys did last year. And then they didn't stick with it. They brought in Matt Castle, and then it went down the drain. Remember, Matt Castle didn't know the offense. That, I think, was another big part of the issue. So it's just very surprising to me, that the Cowboys don't bring in, especially if Mike Vick's not going to get signed. And Vick is a guy who can come in and win games. He won a few last year in Pittsburgh. He's not going to put up the greatest numbers, but he's a guy you have. Would Mike Vick be willing to sign a practice squad deal? I don't know. But if no one's offering him anything else, why not? You know, you get paid about $95,000 to be on a practice squad. If he's not doing anything else, I don't see why he wouldn't want to be that. You have a guy, get him in camp too, and in case something happens to Prescott. I don't think Jamil Showers is the answer, but a veteran guy, at least let him know the offense. You keep him on the practice squad, and it is what it is. But Prescott's looked good for now, and we'll see. He's almost certainly going to be the backup. Cowboys, though, their defense, I don't know about, so we'll have to see what happens. But that's my take on that. So, any other news that comes across before we really start getting into the NFL, we'll keep you updated on it. And be sure to enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you.